This video is an overview of the CameraRC Deluxe user interface. When CameraRC Deluxe is started, it automatically detects and connects to your camera and displays the information on the camera control panel. Click on the Main Options window button to access the many program and camera controls that are not typically used during a shooting session. The Main Options window has many panels that separate the controls into logical groups. On the General Options panel are those controls that are associated with controlling the program operations as opposed to the camera. From the General Options, we can change the display style of the program as shown. While not necessary, we recommend that CameraRC Deluxe be restarted after changing a display style to ensure the highest quality. The display sizing can also be changed by using the scaling control to make the CameraRC Deluxe display components larger or smaller. Check the Display Image Viewer on Capture checkbox to automatically show the captured image after each shot. The Ignore Autofocus Failure control suppresses any error messages when autofocus cannot be achieved on a capture. The Show Download Progress displays a progress bar when downloading images or movies. If you normally do not use your camera for movies, you can hide the movie controls both on the Main Options window and on the Camera Control panel by checking the option. Bright buttons provide highly identifiable buttons for main program operations as shown. The Pop-Out Focus Selector option provides a larger, easier to use focus point selector when manually selecting focus points. On the Save Options tab, the Save Settings are used to save the program and camera settings for shooting sessions. Options allow saving of just the camera settings or also any general program settings. The Days to Retain Unsaved Images is a protective mechanism that ensures that any images that were not explicitly saved will automatically be saved for the specified number of days in the event of a program fault or an operator error. On the Help Options tab are various options related to help and tips. You can disable the tips that are displayed on the controls and also modify how quickly and how long that the tips are displayed. The Control Finder is a unique capability of CameraRC Deluxe used to find controls on the user interface. The Auto Close option is used to close the Finder after each use. You invoke the Control Finder by using a Control F command. To locate a control using the Finder, enter any text associated with the control or its tip text. For example, if we enter HDR, we see controls associated with HDR settings. Double-clicking on the name of a control of interest causes the Finder to locate that control and blink the control with the highlight color. To have the Finder automatically close after use, enable the Auto Close option. Here we use the Finder to locate the Auto Close control. When we are done with the Control Finder and the Main Options window, they can be closed using the Close button in the corner of the window. Next, we will look at the Thumbnails window that is used to display the thumbnails of captured images. Clicking on the Thumbnails control of the Camera Control panel opens the thumbnails. Double-clicking on a thumbnail will cause the selected image to be displayed in the Image Viewer window. Right-clicking on a thumbnail image provides a list of operations available for the thumbnail. The Image Viewer also has a number of operations that can be controlled. These can be accessed either by right-clicking on the Image Viewer or through the toolbar at the top of the viewer. Notice the toolbar can be hidden if desired. The Image Viewer and Thumbnail windows can be closed by using the Close buttons in the corner of the windows or by using the buttons on the Camera Control panel. You can reopen the windows using the same buttons on the Control panel. You can display the histogram window for the displayed image. The histogram can be resized and can be set to display the individual or luminescence histograms. Also displayable are the main image properties, contained within the captured image. You start Live View by clicking on the Live View button or using voice commands. When Live View starts, it hides the camera control panel. If you want to access the camera control panel while Live View is active, you can click on the minus sign in the upper right corner of the Live View window. This will hide the Live View controls on the Live View window and display the camera control panel. The camera control panel can then be hidden again by clicking on the plus sign in the upper right corner of the Live View window. While in Live View, you can capture images using the shutter button on the Live View window, using the Enter key, a Control-X key sequence, or voice commands. On the camera control panel, there are a number of buttons that can be used to quickly access various control panels. For example, clicking on the More AF buttons will display the autofocus control panel. Notice that when we use the buttons on the camera control panel, only the individual control panels are displayed instead of the main options window. The main options window allows undocking the various panels and placing them where needed by grabbing the panel from the top and dragging where desired. This feature is handy if you need to access certain controls while shooting, as only the needed panels can be displayed. The main options window also lets you hide panels that are not needed. Use the hiding capability to reduce control clutter when you do not need access to certain panels. On the camera control panel, you will find a number of bold items. These are used to access the control panel associated with the setting. For example, we can directly access the Auto ISO control panel setting by clicking on its value. We can then change any of the values on the panel. Notice that when a change is made to the control, it is reflected on the camera control panel. If you have the professional edition of CameraRC Deluxe, then you can compare images on the light table by selecting one or more images on the thumbnail window and selecting Compare Images from the thumbnail menu. When displayed in the light table, images can be compared, and you can zoom and pan multiple images together as shown. You can also mark images to note those of interest, and the mark will carry over to the thumbnail display. Thanks again for watching, and check out our other video tutorials for CameraRC Deluxe.